Everyone, welcome back. So, Faces of Death review horror but make it uncomfortably real. What if the scariest thing about horror isn't the violence but the fact that we want it to feel real? That's the unsettling idea at the center of Faces of Death, a modern slasher that doesn't just aim to shock you. It questions you why you are watching in the first place. To understand this, you have to go back to the 1970s when horror changed forever. Movies like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre didn't just show violence, they made it feel real. Raw documentary like almost like you weren't watching fiction anymore. And then came the original Faces of Death in 1978. It claimed to be a documentary showing real deaths, human animals execution. In reality, most of it was staged, but that didn't matter. Audiences believed it, or at least wanted to believe it, because it tapped into something deeper, the desire to see the forbidden. Fast forward to today, and that desire hasn't gone away. It's evolved, it lives online in viral clips, in shock content, in the endless scroll of real moments. And that's exactly where this new Faces of Death sets its story. This isn't a remake, it's a meta slasher, one that builds on the legacy of the original and drags it straight into the digital age. At the center is Margaret, played by Barbie Ferreira, a content moderator whose job is to decide what kind of disturbing videos are acceptable for the internet. Think about that for a second. Her job is to watch the worst things imaginable, decide what crosses the line, but the line itself is blurry. Margot is already haunted by her past, a tragic viral video involving her sister's death. So when she starts encountering a series of underground clips that feels disturbingly real, it hits differently. And then comes the twist. These videos are recreations, copycat killings inspired by the original Faces of Death. Except this time they are real. Entered Arthur, played by Dacre Montgomery, a killer who isn't just murdering people, he's curating content, staging deaths, uploading them, turning violence into clickbait. And here's where the film gets interesting. Arthur isn't just a villain, he's a reflection of the system. He openly admits it. The internet rewards him, the media feeds off him, and the audience, us, keep watching. He's not wrong. That's what makes Faces of Death more than just a slasher. It's a commentary on the attention economy, on how outrage, fear, and shock have become entertainment. Now, does the film handle all of this perfectly? Not really. Some of its ideas feel a bit surface level. The commentary is provocative but not always deeply explored, and at times it leans into that messy grindhouse style chaos. But strangely, that works in its favor because it feels like a throwback, like a 70s B horror film that's rough around the edges but packed with big, comfortable, uncomfortable ideas. At its core, the film asks a question that sticks with you. Why were we drawn? Why we so drawn to watching death? Is it fear, curiosity, or something closer to awe? Because maybe horror isn't just about being scared, maybe it's about getting as close as possible to something we know we shouldn't be looking at and realizing we don't want to look away. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.